Content Catchup.
Welcome to my content. This is an ongoing. Oh, fuck off. This is one of my ongoing favorite pieces of content that's been going around. And I'm glad we finally get to have a chat about it. It's the Bundesliga.
Okay. Is this the link you sent me? Should I be opening this?
Which is, I believe, German for whale vagina.
Is that accurate?
No. Haven't you ever seen Anchorman?
I feel ashamed of myself for not picking up on that if that's from Anchorman.
It's from Anchorman. Anyway.
Sorry, everyone. That's embarrassing on my behalf. No, that sounded funny.
So this is the Bundesliga. They take commentary and then animate like little cutscenes to it that aren't necessarily sport related, but go off that they relate with the content. It's you just have to watch it. It's a really good execution. This will be up on our YouTube and Twitter for anyone watching around at home, or if not, just visit the Bundesliga Instagram page.
All of a sudden, the alarm bells have gone off and Dortmund have woken up, and it's about time.
Brings it in well! That was absolutely spectacular.
Oh, they cannot believe that. And why should they? They were queuing up. Lewandowski would have had it had Muller not been there.
Let's have a look.
You don't know where he is. If you look at him one way, he's gone the other way. In the blink of an eye, he's in behind you.
And the expression on his face tells you all you need to know.
I mean, that is just terrible. Can it get any worse?
I would say no.
Absolutely brilliant. Tremendous stuff. One-man show from Daichi Kamada.
Into the back of the place that was made for it.
Thomas Korbek will see this again and again and again in his nightmares.
Well, I never. It seemed like the harder thing to do. Mats Hummels, Mr. Magnet, shows he's still got it.
It doesn't get much better and more beautiful than this.
And you talk about going toe-to-toe. These two are doing just that. Goodness me! Someone call the fire brigade, because Rashica's more than on fire. He is molten.
Let's go! Let's go!
An absolutely monster hit.
On the move, Thomas Muller, magnificent! That is how you shatter the deadlock.
It must feel like a carnival dream, but it is a nightmare. Bailey has done it again! Leon Bailey, icy cool.
And sometimes you just get a clean of your teeth. Well, they got really well and truly root canal today.
I sort of wish I followed soccer purely because of that. That's brilliant. I think my favourite ones were the ones where they're yelling, just purely because of the animated faces. That's very creative.
Yeah.
I like that.
It's really cool, isn't it? It's I don't even know, like, it goes without saying, it's just a really smart bit of content, like, and it just shows that I guess it shows that your commentary doesn't, or like how to apply something so like specific to sport to something else.
Yeah, and how many sayings there are in everyday commentary.
Yeah. It's just I don't know, I just think it's really clever and it's really entertaining, and you talk about like how you bring in new audiences to a sport. This might not get you watching soccer every week, but it might get you following Bundesliga, waiting for the next iteration of this to come out. Probably like maybe similar. Do you remember Game of Zones that Bleacher Report did?
Yeah.
Something like that. Like you might not watch it for sport, or you might not care too much about the sport, but you like the content, so you follow it along, and it kind of piques your interest that way.
Yeah, and you sort of don't have to, like, even with the Game of Zones example, I don't watch Game of Thrones, but it's still funny to me. And with this, yeah, you're right, you don't have to follow soccer or know what the hell they're talking about, but it's still like I was cackling the whole way through. So I'd recommend go to our socials or YouTube if even if you don't like soccer, give that a watch, because that's quite funny. But no, you're right, in terms of bringing in new audiences, because I'd probably The only thing I wasn't sure about it is if it needs to go for 2 minutes, because I reckon
Yeah.
if you had like, I don't know, how often do they do it? Weekly, or is it not quite weekly?
I don't think they would do it weekly. I think it might be monthly or something like that. I'm not actually too sure how often they do it, but it seems like there's a fair amount of games. Like if you see the games go up in the top right corner, there seems to be a fair amount of them go up.
All right.
Oh yeah.
No, that's really cool.
I guess if you, the only argument for doing it for like 2 minutes is that it kind of keeps your interest for the whole 2 minutes.
Yeah. No, I can't say it dragged on. It's just that I think I sort of wave my mouse. I'm like, oh, geez, it's only like halfway through. But it's entertaining the whole way through.
And the animation is so simple as well. I think that's also what helps, is like you're not too distracted by the animation, but it fits in very cleverly to what's going on.
Yeah. And I don't know if there's an element of this to it, but I think it also shows in a way that like a lot of those moments, whether you're a fan of one team or the other, you're probably annoyed, excited, or you might have been pissed off at something that happened. But then watching it as a cartoon, you sort of realize it's just sport. Like you sort of get over it, and you find that I guess that's why it's a good humorous piece to sort of take your mind away from the actual sport. It's just using something so simple like commentary.
Yeah, absolutely. You're not wrong. Can you imagine if they tried to do it with bloody BT though?
That would be good. Every sport, actually. Think about basketball, footy. There'd be a lot in that.
Basketball with
Mike
the
Breen.
guys
Mike
that they
Breen
had
yelling
on?
bang.
Yeah. Bang. The one I think of, if they would do the BT one, is when he just went off for about 5 minutes yelling danger.
Yeah.
Where it was like, danger, 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 danger.
Oh,
Butler. Danger.
that was, what was the other one? That was out of bounds. That was out of
ball
bounds.
was out of bounds.
He'd sound so hilarious if you had no idea what the sport was. No, good one.
Yeah. Thanks, Lars.